The ego is allured and enamored of spiritual experiences and the development of unique powers that may arise with various openings of the being to other ranges of mental, vital, or physical activity than we normally live in. Certain spiritual disciplines actually advise the seeker to avoid powers entirely due to the very real concern about distraction and the rise of an inflated ego, the development of ambitions, self-satisfaction, and a sense of superiority. The powers, in and of themselves, may eventually be incorporated into one's actions, but need to be placed in context. It is the psychic transformation that provides the context by first turning the being and its entire focus to the divine, and then utilizing any powers that come to carry out the divine intention with a sense of dedication and humility, and without the uprising of the ego. Similarly, unusual experiences outside the normal realm of our ordinary external being are generally very exciting for the vital ego. Spiritual experiences can indeed open the individual to an insight to other realms, other powers, and other capacities that can come through the practices of yoga. But they can also act as a distraction if the individual focuses on having such experiences and seeking them out, as opposed to carrying out the day-to-day actions needed for real spiritual growth and development. Sri Aurobindo notes, quote, "I have read your account of your sadhana. There is nothing to say, I think, for it is all right, except that the most important thing for you is to develop the psychic fire in the heart and the aspiration for the psychic being to come forward as the leader of the sadhana. When the psychic does so, it will show you the undetected ego knots of which you speak, and loosen them or burn them in the psychic fire. This psychic development and the psychic change of mind, vital, and physical consciousness is of the utmost importance because it makes safe and easy the descent of the higher consciousness and the spiritual transformation without which the supramental must always remain far distant. Powers, etc., have their place, but a very minor one, so long as this is not done. As for experiences, they are all right, but the trouble is that they do not seem to change the nature. They only enrich the consciousness. Even the realization on the mind level of the Brahman seems to leave the nature almost where it was, except for a few. That is why we insist on the psychic transformation as the first necessity, for that does change the nature, and its chief instrument is bhakti, surrender, etc." End quote. Reference, Sri Aurobindo and the Mother, The Psychic Being, Soul, Its Nature, Mission, and Evolution, Section 4, The Psychic Being and Sadhana, pages 108 to 109.